What's up, my dudes? No Man's Sky is not fixed. I repeat, it's not fixed. I don't know how all these people get this idea like No Man's Sky is the game they finally wanted it to be. Oh my gosh, it's finally what it was supposed to be. You know, you see all those videos out there and they got all these clickbait ass titles, and I got to make a clickbait title just to combat with their clickbait titles. So it just gets insane. It's like all these people think that, oh my gosh, right as soon as this update comes out, No Man's Sky's fixed. It's finally the game we want it to be. Oh my gosh, it's so great. All of a sudden, it's like, hoss the fuck down on your little honeymoon stage with the update and actually be real about the situation. And a lot of people right off the bat with this video are going to think I'm some kind of No Man's Sky super hater and I've hated it from day one and I just don't understand the game and all this stuff. And actually, it's the complete opposite of that. I've been following No Man's Sky since the very beginning. It's been one of the most exciting games I've ever had the opportunity to experience and play and do all that. To me, it's like my kind of game and all those kind of things. But you can tell whenever somebody doesn't truly understand what No Man's Sky was meant to be. They just don't even get it. Like, if you were following the game from the very, very beginning and you've watched all the videos on it all the way from the beginning, you knew what their original plan was, you knew what they were trying to do, then you would not be saying that No Man's Sky was just fixed. You wouldn't be saying that at all, because just listen to me right here, okay? And this is where I don't understand really where Sean Murray and the Hello Games team is coming from on a lot of their decisions, because it's almost like they aren't even following what they were trying to do with No Man's Sky. Now, don't get me wrong, I truly respect, and I think it's the coolest thing ever that they're continuing to work on No Man's Sky and all the updates they've made and everything they've done. I think it's awesome. I love the updates. I love the stuff that they put in, but you have to understand that building a base in No Man's Sky was never actually meant to be in there. Having vehicles in No Man's Sky was never actually meant to be in there. Having missions and quests and a real super deep kind of storyline and stuff like that was never really the true point to No Man's Sky. Now, they did say, Sean Murray did say, well, way down in the future, you know, if people just really want base building, we'll put that in there, maybe, just maybe, like, but that's not actually the point of the game and stuff. But it's crazy how on all of their updates, they've really, the main focal points of each one of their updates has been things that aren't ever really the main focus of No Man's Sky. They were never really the main point of the game. So if you don't know what the main point of the game was, let me just give you a little rundown right quick, okay? The point to the game was basically being the Christopher Columbus of outer fucking space, okay? You were meant to go to each one of these planets, and there was supposed to be quintillion amounts of planets, okay? And there is quintillion amounts of planets, but in your mind, you would think that if there was that many planets to where you could never discover them all in your lifetime, in your fucking grandkids' lifetime, and whatever, you would think those planets would have such variation to them that every time you would go to a new planet, it'd be like a whole new world, a whole new experience. Where is the rivers? Where's the waterfalls? Where's the desert dune Tatooine planets? Where's the indoor super tall thick woods, woodland style biomes? Where's the thick jungles? Where's the gigantic underwater creatures? Where is the super tall plant life and super alien worlds? And where is the variation? That's what I'm getting at. Why does every cave look the same? Where is the rings around the planets? Where is all these different aspects that you would just expect to be in a game with that many planets? Where's the ice planets? Where's the lava volcano planets? Where is all that? Where's the fully water planets, the super water world style planets? Why can't the oceans be deeper? What I'm getting at here is the whole point to the game was going out and discovering things and basically laying your path down in this universe, okay? But what's the point in that when you're seeing the same plants and creature models that you just saw on this other planet? Why would you want to discover that if there's not even enough variation to really be that different? There's no point to it. You get what I'm saying? The whole point is to go to the next planet, discover this, scan that, because it should be something so cool and unique that, like, you truly feel like you were the first person that ever saw that. Not like, oh, that's just another little medium-sized groundhog-style creature. Or that's just another same exact crab model creature that I've already seen 1,000 times. Or, oh, hey, that's the same exact rock that I've seen 10 million times in every other cave. Like, the variation is the reason why No Man's Sky is not quote-unquote fixed. Now, don't get it twisted. I think the bases in this game are cool. Being able to build a base. The vehicles are cool. The storyline is cool. I think the new race is really interesting, and it's a cool storyline, and all that stuff I think is cool, but it just mind baffles me how they haven't even fixed, like, the core. I mean, the like, straight up core problems with this game, and they've made improvements to the variation. They really have. The planets are way better than they used to be, but it's just not... It's not like they've ever really made that a focal point for an update. It's so weird to me how they've put in all these things that were never really meant to be in the game, but yet the freaking variation is not a tenth of what we expected it to be at the beginning, Like, it's not even a tenth. That's where my mind just can't process what Hello Games is doing. Like, I mean, I was expecting waterfalls, rivers, big monster creatures, like Yeti-style creatures hiding in a cave, all this stuff, but yet it's just not like that. It's just not like that at all, man. And the discoveries page is still absolute shit. Like, I think it's actually gotten even shittier over the updates. Like, you used to be able to actually look at the creature and rotate it, and now you can't even rotate it, and it's like basically a thumbnail-sized picture of your discoveries. And, oh, hey, you can't even actually discover and name rocks anymore. You can't even go back and look at those. Like, rock formations, you used to be able to do that, but now you can't. Whenever you go to discover that, it's just like, oh, this is a gas oxide whatever rock, and it just has its own name now. It's like, what in the hell, man? Like, the whole point to the game is exploring and discovering things. That's the whole point. That's the whole entire point to the game. But when you fly down to 10 of this nearly same exact shroom planets in a row, it just starts to... That's the biggest aspect of this game that shies me away from it, is the lack of variation. Like, you're not going to hop down in the ocean and see something the size of even a megalodon. I would think there should be able to be something the size of, like, 3 times as big as a megalodon. That would be like the extreme size I would think would be in this game. But really, you don't even see something bigger than your average fucking humpback whale in real life, like, size-wise. And on the actual surfaces of the planets, like, yeah, there can be fairly big creatures, but not like I was thinking. I mean, I was expecting them to be at least 5 times bigger than they can be currently. I'm talking like Godzilla size, and the biome variation, that's where I just, oh man, I can't even comprehend, like, some of the similarities with their biomes. It's like your brain can't even believe that there could even possibly be more than 1,000 planets if the biomes are that similar. Now, don't get me wrong. Every 1 in 10 to 20 planets, you'll find something that's pretty cool and different, but you may run into 5 planets in a row that are almost the exact same biome. Like, I mean, it's just like, what is this, man? They need to dedicate, I mean, no joke, like, if they just sat down and dedicated 3 updates to just variation, like creature sizes, bigger and smaller, and different creature models, and plant sizes, super big trees, super big plants, tall grass, actual, tall grass that's taller than the player, super thick, dense jungles, rivers, small little fish creatures in the rivers and stuff like that, and waterfalls, and a lot more variation with the floating islands, and just like higher up mountains, deeper valleys, deeper cave systems, the variation, some sort of variation with rocks and stuff in the caves, ice planets, frozen lakes, lavas, volcanoes, all these things you just would have expected to be in the game, instead of this simplistic, like, basically, it's either like a mushroom acid style planet, or it's a western vibe, like hot style planet, or it'll be like a sort of a tropical style planet to some degree, or you've got a snow planet. That's kind of your basis of what every single planet is kind of built around. You can even have a radiation planet. That's kind of a deal they have now. I'm telling you right now, that would save No Man's Sky if they would dedicate all of their time to a variation update. That's what needs to happen here, like, very badly. And then that you understand, like, if they added that level of variation that we expected from the beginning, then going to new planets will be so much more interesting. All that other shit won't even matter. Everybody talks about, well, there's nothing to do in No Man's Sky. Well, that's because it doesn't have the variation that it was supposed to have at the beginning. If it had that level of variation, you wouldn't even need all that other shit, because every time you went to a new planet, just seeing what was there was the fun of it. That was the whole point of No Man's Sky. That is the point of No Man's Sky. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.